Hello everyone and welcome to the Practical English brand. In our today's lesson, I'll be teaching you how to write an explanatory paragraph. Or in other words, you may call it a how-to paragraph. For example, how to improve your English. You can write a whole paragraph about this topic. How to cook a delicious pizza. How to grow rice, for example. How to fix a new house. So there are thousands of topics, okay? After a short explanation, I'm going to write a paragraph, a how-to paragraph or explanatory paragraph, and I'll be expecting you to write a paragraph, and then I'm gonna check your paragraphs, okay? So let's begin the explanation with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is very kind and merciful. So first of all, what you need to do is choose a topic for yourself. For example, how to improve your spoken English, how to get prepared for TOEFL, IBT or IELTS exam, how to become a good English teacher, for example. How to cook some kind of food, okay? How to promote your YouTube channel if you are a YouTuber, for example, okay? So how to do something. And the difference between explanatory paragraph and descriptive paragraph. The words are similar. You describe something, you explain something, right? In descriptive paragraph, you describe a place, person, or thing. Either the characteristics or qualities of a person, place, or thing, or the appearance of a person, place, or thing in a descriptive paragraph. But in explanatory paragraph, you explain the process of doing something, like how to do something, okay? So then you brainstorm the ideas, and how you do that, you have already learned some other tactics, some other ways, like interviewing, if you remember, okay? Interviewing somebody and then taking notes, right? And then collecting those ideas, okay? And arranging those ideas in a paragraph, right? And you also learned how to cluster the ideas. Like you write the topic in the middle of a piece of paper, and then you write ideas around that topic, right? Then you cross some of the ideas. For this type of paragraph, you make a list of ideas. Just like you want to go shopping, okay? And you want to make a list, what to buy at the market, right? So you list those ideas. Just choose a topic, how to improve your English, for example, and then think about all the related ideas and list those ideas, okay? How to cook rice, how to cook pizza, and think about the related ideas and list those ideas, okay? And after that, you arrange those ideas and then you write your paragraph. So look, what kind of topic sentence you need for this type of paragraph? In the topic sentence, you can use these phrases. In order to improve your English, take these simple steps. By taking these simple steps, you can improve your English quickly. If you would like to improve your English quickly, take these steps. And follow these steps in order to improve your English quickly. You see that? So these kind of phrases at the beginning of your topic sentence should be used. One of these phrases. Understood? Very simple. Very simple. Okay. Then you go to the body of your sentence. And obviously here, once you write the topic sentence, so there's the topic. For example, improving your English is the topic. Okay? And taking these steps will be the controlling idea. Now, as soon as the readers read your topic sentence, they know that you will be discussing some steps in the body of your paragraph about how to do something. Okay? So once you go to the body of your paragraph, what you need here, what kind of order, what kind of transitional signals you need over here. Listing order or time order. What's the difference between listing order and time order? Listing order, you do not need a specific order. okay, that something must be done first, and something that has to be done must be done second, okay? And then, for example, just to tell you this, how to improve your English. You do not need a specific order. You may change the positions of the instructions, okay? What to be done first, second, third, and so on. So, okay? But if it's time order, you cannot bring any changes in the steps. For example, how to install a software onto your computer, okay? So there's a specific order. You cannot change the order. How to check oil in your car's engine. Again, specific order, right? You cannot change the order. Or for example, how to cook qabli palaw. How to cook a pizza. Again, there's a specific order. So time order means what? Specific order that you cannot change. But listing order is changeable. The ideas could be brought first or second or third, or you may change the positions of the ideas. I hope it's clear. For both types of orders, you need these transitional signals. First of all, second, third, fourth. After that, finally, okay? The same kind of transitional signals are used for both orders. And then after, these are the transitional signals, first, second, third, okay? Using adverbs of manner. It's very important in order to emphasize the action in each sentence. Adverbs of manner like punctually, clearly, intelligently, nicely, correctly, properly, professionally. These are all what? Adverbs of manner. You need adverbs of manner in your sentences in order to emphasize, that the actions should be done properly or correctly, or something should be done, for example, punctually or whatever, okay? So you need these adverbs of manner. And then sentence structure. What kind of sentences you need to use in this type of paragraph? You use a lot of imperative sentences. Why? Because you give instructions to your readers how to do something. And you know how to use imperative sentences, don't you? You do, right? They start with the verb base form, okay? Without any suffix. And the subject is usually not mentioned in imperative sentences, okay? So, for example, first of all, attend your classes punctually. If I want to write a paragraph about how to improve your English skills, right? So, first of all, attend your classes punctually. Look, this is imperative sentence, okay? Or should plus verb base form. Again, because you give advice to your readers. You give instructions to your readers, right? So you should attend your classes punctually if you would like to improve your English, if you would like to successfully graduate from an English course, okay? So should plus verb base form. Imperative sentences, which means verb base form, and then you continue the sentence. In if clauses, you may also use if clauses. If you would really like to become fluent in English, you should try to constantly practice your English every day with one of your classmates. Okay? So, if clause. Okay, you can use if clauses, you can use time clauses, okay? You can use should plus verb base form, and you can use imperative sentences. And finally, there's the conclusion. So for this type of paragraph, you need to restate the main idea. You need to remind your readers about the main idea once again, okay? But maybe in different words. Like you have expressed the main idea in the topic sentence in one structure, so in the conclusion, try to use a different structure, or try to use synonyms, try to use like different words, okay? But the repetition of the main idea is necessary in conclusion. Understood? Okay. So now we're going to start the process. I'm going to issue these papers just as usual, and we should be able to write an explanatory paragraph within a few minutes. Within a few minutes. And trust me, you all know, you are witnessed that I haven't written any paragraph already. I want to write an explanatory paragraph right now for you within 5, 6, 7 minutes, okay? Within a few minutes. So here we go. This is explanatory paragraph, and the topic is how to improve your English. Let me read it for you. In order to improve your English skills, take these simple steps. First of all, attend your class punctually. If you always go to your class on time, you will not miss the important points that you need for improving your English. Second, you should find a partner among your classmates with whom you can converse for an hour constantly. By having a partnership, you can practice, and practice makes perfect. Third, try to listen to native speakers carefully so as to strengthen your comprehension. Finally, you should self-study your textbooks enthusiastically so that you can enhance your reading skills. By taking these 4 important steps, you will be able to improve your English skills in a short period of time. Obviously, if I were you, my next step would be to revise my composition. I would be looking for mistakes. I'm pretty sure I just wrote it within a few minutes, and it's not a perfect, composition paragraph. I would try to replace, some of the repeated words like improve, 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 right? I would try to use synonyms, okay? So that would be kind of like, revising your composition. But look, the topic sentence, in order to improve your English skills, take these simple steps, okay? Now, the topic is how to improve your English skills, okay? And the controlling idea is that by taking these simple steps, you can improve your English skills, okay? Now, the main idea tells us what this paragraph is mainly about. It is about discussing some important or some simple steps to be taken in order to improve your English skills, right? And I told you that there should be a listing order or time order transitional signals. And you see, first of all, one transitional word, okay? Signal, and second, and then you have third, and then you have finally over here, okay? So these transitional signals are used before each major point. Okay, there are 4 steps, and each step is a major point. And what you see after these major points in other sentences, details and examples, and details and examples are there to support the major points. The major points are there to support the main idea in the topic sentence. And I told you that what kind of sentences we need, because we give instructions to the readers how to do something, right? So we have a lot of imperative sentences. Look, take these simple steps. It's imperative sentence. Here, attend your class punctually. Again, it's imperative sentence, okay? And if clauses, if you always go to your class, conditional clause of, adverb clause of condition, okay? If clause. So at the beginning, I told you what to do while writing the body of a paragraph. So if clauses in imperative sentences in should plus verb based form, okay? In here, after second, you should find a partner. See? You give instructions to somebody, so you need these kind of structures, okay? Imperative sentences, should plus verb based form, okay? If clauses as well. And the adverbs of manner are also used in order to emphasize on the action, that how something should be done, in which manner something should be done, okay? So you can see I have used a different color, like here, punctually. Attend your class punctually. In here, constantly. Converse for an hour with somebody constantly, which means, for always, and carefully over here, look. And enthusiastically. So all the points that I explained at the beginning are implemented over here. What about punctuation, capitalization? All sentences are capitalized properly, okay? Commas are used correctly, punctuation marks are used correctly, subject-verb agreement, okay? So of course, after you are done writing, follow these simple points, these simple steps, write your paragraph, and then look for the mistakes. If there are any mistakes, for example, subject-verb agreement mistakes, or collocation mistakes, or punctuation mistakes, or, capitalization, just, correct them and bring the final draft to your teacher. This should be your habit, okay? So this way you can train yourselves to become strong at academic writing, inshallah ta'ala. Okay? Enough this much for today? Yes. Enough? Okay. Yeah, have a great time and bye-bye for now.